Hello, hello, and welcome. It is round 9 for the Esports Prospects PRL Tier 1, and we're at Imola. I am your commentator, Paddy Pat, and I'm joined here today by the Lemony famous Tang,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here this evening. It's going to be a great one. We're in Imola, baby. It's going to be a fantastic Grand Prix.
It definitely is. It's one of those tracks like these really challenging for track limits. But before we get on to the track itself, as we're now going into the session, let's take a look at the standings with only 2 races left to go here. It is getting close, isn't it, Lemony?
Yeah, it is indeed. Robbie at the top of the leaderboard at the moment on 127 points, but we have Scotty clawing his way back from a few extra points behind recently on 112, and then Troye on 79 points there in third position. We still have 2 races to go though, ladies and gentlemen. That's a possible 50 points for these guys out there, not including the fastest laps as well. So it's still all to play for at the front here, and there's definitely some positions there behind that still have to be sorted out by the end as well here, Paddy.
I know, and obviously, if you've just seen, guys, the PRL Prospects eRacing website is now live. So if we can get that link in the chat, you can keep up to date with the standings, the results, and constructors. But with Scotty missing out last week, he's got it all to do here today, hasn't he? Let's go on to the constructors. All we got to do, obviously, I'm new to this. All we got to do is go on to this. And then go constructors. And the Williams are out in top of the minute with 164 points. Alpine pretty close behind on 140 for the AlphaTauri. Is still in that battle as well. There's still a lot to play for with 2 races to go, isn't there?
Yeah, there definitely is with these guys. They need to be keeping their toes well up there. They need to be running as teammates as well out there also, as you say. There's still a few points in between it there, between Williams and Alpine, very close to the top of the leaderboard there, and AlphaTauri could actually surprise us by the end of the championship also. Alfa Romeo, maybe, I don't know, maybe a bit too far for them, but we can find out. There's only 2 races left to go here, Paddy, and we're in the qualifying session now.
Exactly that. So let's get, without further ado, let's get amongst this and let's see what today has to have. A bit cloudy out there, so it's going to be interesting to see what the crack is there with the weather. First out on track though is the Alpine, by the look of it. Yeah, the Alpine of Wally, who is not messing about. He's going to be your first one to set a lap down here, and he's on the medium compound tyre.
Good choice for the moment, getting a banker lap in. It's all key to do around here. It's one of them tracks you need to keep it. It's tight and twisty. You need to keep the flow going as he just invalidates on his outlap there. But Wally is one of them drivers. He's been thereabouts in a few of these races. He does have a surprise up his sleeve. Can he get his rhythm here this evening and possibly challenge for the podium?
He's got confidence there, though. He is going on the medium compound tyre, so he is confident in that. Let's have a little run through and talk us through this then, Lemony. On his hot lap, here he goes.
Yeah, so in the Alpine, he shouldn't really be pushing it too hard right now, but these curves can really catch you out. It's a very flat out towards turn 1 here. It's just a straight line with these guys. But into turn 2, 3, and 4 here, the Tamburello chicane, easy to... If you lose it in the front part, in the first part of that chicane, you're going to just bleed time down the straight here towards the Villeneuve chicane. Really, it's decisively hard, that left-hander going in there, especially on worn-out tyres as he comes up into the Tosa now as well. The hairpin, famous for Schumacher running Montoya wide back in the day in the Williams, but we won't worry about that right now. Through turn 8 at the top of the hill now into 9. Watch that front end, it can understeer you straight off, and that rear end as well if it's a little bit loosey-goosey. Down into Aqua Minerale now, very, very light on the rear end. You can loop that car around in any situation there. Now into the very quick right-left Variante Alta. I love saying that name, that chicane. It's an absolutely iconic corner in the Formula 1 grid and calendar. Down into Rivata 1 and 2 as well. Turn 17 and 18 to finish the lap. and he seems to have got a good exit there onto the exit to the front straight as well. So fantastic stuff. DRS cut to the inside as well, and that's a fantastic lap time. A 1:16.1, a good banker lap, you have to say here, Paddy.
That is indeed. The Haas car then has invalidated on his hot lap, but yeah, 1:16.1 for the medium compound tyre. But let's take a look at the Ferrari, who is coming through as well. Oh no, he's starting his hot lap now. So yeah, he was out very early, Wally, wasn't he? Very early indeed. Very good confidence there on the medium compound tyre. But let's have a look at Chappers. He's only done through a couple of races. As we see, RT Berger coming in with a 1:16.1, but that is on the soft compound tyre.
Oh, Cameron's off into the wall. He goes. The front wing gone. And Basil lost it out of Ravazza too. I seen it on the track map there. So these drivers are finding it absolutely treacherous out there with these track conditions. No grip on this track. Very hard to keep a car on the tarmac here, Pat.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit greasy. It's not wet, but it's looking very like moist and the word of the day, moist out there. And yeah, obviously Cameron got it a bit wrong there. But yeah, lap time's coming in. But look at Bingram. Bingram on the mediums, a 1:15.7. Let's go back to Chappers here, who is on a hot lap in the Ferrari car right now. We were talking about it earlier. He's had a really good. He had a good debut race. It wasn't so great for him last week, but he did come back through the field. And now it's his last race to try and consolidate his place in Tier 1 for next year. He goes to 1:16.6. Not bad. A lot of guys going on the mediums at the start.
Yeah, definitely probably the tyre to be on. But I suspect there is only about 15, there's 15 drivers in the field. Basil has been at the moment, so there's only 14 left out there. So it isn't too close to the top 10 really. So yeah, maybe you will see a few guys trying to sneak in on these mediums here.
Wow, just went on board with QRT Robbie, our championship leader, and he was flying through there. You can see the slide that he had in that Williams car. He's really pushing there on the medium compound tyre. But yeah, you can see that the tyres look very shiny, don't they?
Yeah, brand spankers out of the pits there, but Alex goes top of the time sheets at a 1:15.3 as Robbie, as you say, is really pushing it through turns 11 and 12 there. Ackerman and Rally into the chicane now. Very anti-alta. Oh, rear end. He caught it though. Telling you now, taking the Leclerc line. You want to watch out with that in the Grand Prix. You can see yourself into the barrier, but coming down into Ravazza 1 and 2 now. Great stuff from Robbie.
So QC then, sorry, QC goes fast as 1:15.3, but can Robbie do it, Lemony?
Yeah, that's what we'll see how he gets on out of the last corner now. So, and he goes, no he doesn't, he goes second at a 1:15.4. So close at the top of the timesheets here, not even a tenth between them.
Yeah, QC Alex putting a great time there. On the mediums as well, is any of these boys going to like do a last minute run on the softs and try and catch a few of these guys? We know Clemente can be pretty quick on his day in the other Red Bull. His teammate has got provisional pole at the minute, but what can Clemente do on those soft compound tyres? Coming through the last turn, coming down the straight, the DRS zone. There's only one DRS zone here, is there? Or is there two? It's only the one, isn't there?
No, I think it is only the one.
Yeah.
The rest of the track is too tight for these guys.
But yeah,
they have enough.
A 1:15.3, sorry, Clemente. A bit tongue-tied today. Oh dear. Clemente has a little bit of spin. I don't know if he was going for a second run on them, but he was pushing and he has had a bit of a spin there. A 1:15.3 on the soft, but his teammate is a 1:15.396 on the mediums. Interesting stuff.
G-Bets is about to start a lap here in the Haas on the soft. So what can he do? We're starting to see, as you say there, Paddy, a lot of these drivers coming out on these softs now, forgetting about these mediums. So you see the likes of Clement and all climb the top of the time sheets closer towards the top as they can.
Oh, wow.
1:15.1. What a fantastic lap time on them mediums. Definitely getting the heat into them as so. Javits is having an absolute mare of a time. He hasn't got that front end or that confidence in that car just yet here, Pat.
No, he hasn't. And he's on the soft compound tyre, but CPI Troye, he is really keeping this championship battle alive. He's pushing every single race. 1:15.1 on them mediums. That is something else. I don't even think Robbie can do that. Can you? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Will he go out again on those mediums, or will he just go, do you know what? I'm going to smash out of the park on the softs. Only time will tell. Only 15 drivers out there today. Obviously, it's coming towards the end of the season. And it does drop off. But it's all about that championship battle. Unfortunately for Scotty. Scotty's not about at the minute, is he?
No, he's not, unfortunately, but that's why it is. Well, hopefully everything's all right, you know yourself, but you have to be in it to win it as well. As Cameron has just started a lap in this Ferrari, I was watching him on his warm-up, really taking a lot of care into them tyres, and look at the grip he's had through the first chicane there of Tamburello. Absolutely on rails, this car into Villeneuve now, the left into the right. Nicely done. This is going to be a really fast lap. I can feel it here into Tosa now, into the hairpin, really sticking into the apex there, running wide on the exit there, using as much of the track as possible. Into 8 and 9 now, Pirotada. Look at that front end. I tell you now, if only I could get it set up like that in a car like that, I think I'd be flying like this too. But yeah, he's really on it here, Paddy. Oh no, he's invalidated. Disaster.
And that is where the penalties will come in. Now, this track is very harsh on track limits. To get this right, you have to really push that section, but it's either you're a hero or a villain when it comes to the spin, because that's one of the parts of the track where we may see quite a few spins out there today.
Yeah, definitely. He's coming in to get a new set of softs on now to go out for the next run. But that's, I'm telling you now, that he is definitely someone to have a look for. That car is on rails out there. But Willie in the pole position at the moment now in the 1:15.0. Missed that one.
Well, yeah, we did actually. Yeah, Goofy though, last year's Big Grand 1:14.6. We're missing all sorts here. But Goofy then on the mediums, he's out on a hot lap now. I'm just trying to make sure we get people's first laps in. The Aston Martin then of Goofy, he was last year's champion of Tier 2. What can he do today? Is this the time for him to get some points with the grid not being so full today? Is this his time to get up that order and cement his place in Tier 1 next year as well? He's got the confidence. He is on the medium tyre. But you've got to say, mate, look at that Aston Martin. It looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really
I
does.
do love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's a lovely car, man. I'm telling you now, a nice bit of spice into it, a bit of green. Reminds me of the Jaguar days. But looking forward to the next year's game as well. It's going to be fantastic to see the new era of cars and yeah, EA Sports as well. We'll see.
Yeah, and just while we're on that topic of the new game, Season 7 for PRL Esports Prospects is ready for sign up, guys. We're just going to put that up there right now. The link to the website is right in the chat, and we cover all platforms, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and plenty of tiers. Not only do we do Formula 1, we also do GT7, and I believe is it iRacing we're going to be doing soon, or?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
they definitely have a lot of projects in the pipeline.
Guys, if you are wanting to get into this league for Season 7, head over to the website, whether it be you want to try out commentating or you want to be a driver. Go over to that website. The website link is in the chat and get yourself signed up. You will be racing on ESTV. How about that for a hook? Hey guys, do you want to join this league? We are racing and we get shown on ESTV. Amazing opportunity for you boys to get yourself out there. Whether or not you are one of the quickest or the slowest out there, we've got a place for you guys. Anyhow, we're still waiting for 5 drivers to set a lap time here, Lemony.
Indeed. Who's that? That's Clement off into the gravel over there somewhere. But anyway, Alex is on a lap. No, he's not on a lap.
On the Mercedes right now. Of Respoy on the soft compound tyre, yet to set a lap time. His teammate is in 8th place. Now, Total Carney, he's always been around there in qualifying, hasn't he? He's very consistent. He always seems to be around that place in the race, doesn't in the qualifying throughout the whole season. He got some great points, I think, last week, didn't he, Total Carney? Let's see if he can get a good one here. Now, Imola, I've been practicing Imola, and it really is the case, I believe, of the penalties. I honestly think the guys that keep it clean keep it out of track limits are the ones that are going to get rewarded today.
Yeah, and it, excuse me, it really shows the guys who are really accurate with the car really pays dividends for the likes who really have that eye and that edge for that extra millimetre of space on the track. Because as you say, Paddy, if you go a little bit over that, you get yourself a penalty. But if you can time it just right and do it just right, you can carry that momentum through them corners and gain lap time.
Yeah, we definitely can. Right on board with the Ferrari of Cameron. His teammate is in 5th place, who's also on a hot lap. Is he going to improve? But we'll stay on board with Cameron. Chappers goes down to 5th. And what is Cameron going to do here? Yet set a lap time. He goes provisional pole. A 1:14 dead. That is fantastic. Unbelievable. You said he was quick, Lemony. I didn't know it was going to be that quick.
I'm telling you now, he just showed us what he was capable of. I didn't even think, as you say there, Paddy, there was that much time in him. 3/10 on the field at the moment. But yeah, great stuff from Cameron. He really showed us what his metal is made of here. And it's only 3 minutes left in qualifying. Alex and Bingram need to get out there, which they are. They're trundling down the pit lane. Bingram is anyway. So it's really starting to kick off here. Everyone's on their last runs. Wally's out there, but he's just invalidated as well, with Shabitz in 5th just behind.
Yeah, good lap time from the house then, yeah. So Gulfy is staying out on the mediums, which is interesting. Everyone else has opted to go on the soft. I believe he could be going into the pits here and putting on them softs. But Spider-Man is coming out. Albo, who we would like, we always say the McLaren boys have been quite consistent. They're always battling each other this season. But you've got Basil who is out, and Albo yet to set a lap time. Ooh, that's an invalidation. He didn't want that. Jesus. Commentator's curse. We said he was bloody consistent. What am I doing, Lemony?
Well, to be fair, I don't think he had much to do with that one, because that was going to be an invalidation every day of the week. He was about 2 foot wide. But in fairness, trying it hard out there for these guys. Basil lost it out of the last corner, unfortunately for himself early on in qualifying, which has left Albo to battle it out for McLaren solely, and he's just struggling out there. He needs to get a good lap time in. He's about to do one now, and he really only has enough time for 2. Does he have enough fuel for 2 laps? I don't know.
Well, yeah, no, it's quite a short lap round here, which is going to be a lot of stress on the tyres and, well, the concentration. And this is why this track, it was actually really, really good league race in this one, I believe. Really test the drivers. Because the car, just the rear end, it's a little bit like Portugal. Rear end is always fighting you. We're looking at Total Carney then on the softs, coming across the line. 11th for the minute. He goes 5th fastest with a 1:14.9. A very close times out there at the minute.
Great stuff indeed. I do have the qualifying glitch as well, I can confirm. So the laptop, to me, Paddy, there is 1 minute left on this grid, but yet there's 1 minute and 40 odd left, really, isn't there?
1:40, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh dear.
I'm time traveling, ladies and gentlemen. That's the beauty of the Prospects eRacing League. You get a time travel. That's how fast these Tier 1 guys can go around here. You really can't forgive yourself, Paddy. It is Monday evening. It's not Sunday, the Grand Prix. It is a Monday evening here, and these guys are providing some fantastic entertainment.
They are indeed. Now we're going to quickly go on to Albo as he crosses the line, but as soon as that, we've got our championship leader down in 10th. What can he do? So the McLaren goes 6th. Where's Robbie going to go? Robbie goes 2nd fastest, a 1:14.1, and not good enough for pole today for Robbie. Cameron goes fastest, a 1:14, pretty much dead, and he is finished. He can't go any further. Let's have a look at Bingram. He doesn't look like he is improving. No, he's not. Who else have we got out there then? We've got Total Carney. Albo's done a lap. He's going for another lap as well. Calamity out there in sector 3. He is a couple of tenths up on his time. Can he improve? It's all shifting now as we've got 40 seconds left in this qualifying session. And it's going to be mad to the line here. Calamity goes across the line. 9th fastest for him. And he just makes it to get another go here.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there slingshotting themselves onto the qualifying. Bingram was first. Spidey is there now in 2nd. Carney is backed out, I think it is. No, not Carney,
Clementi's
sorry.
gone off. Sorry, Clementi's gone off on a hot lap. He will not be improving. It's 9th place for Clementi. He's gone off in sector 1.
Disaster. But Bingram, whoa, do well to save it there. I don't know how we didn't get a validation. Well, he's one of the first cars that's going to be around here to complete his qualifying. He is backed out of it here. So that's that. Spidey's the next one to come along. He's backed out of it. He's over a second behind as well. So I don't think these guys are finding time out here, Paddy.
I'm right on board with QC Alex. He's not quite, he's level on his time through sector 1. And if anyone's going to try and snitch pole here, it could be the Red Bull driver. His teammate gets it all wrong and spins in sector 1. But what can QC Alex do? Can he put that Red Bull on pole? Or is it a Ferrari day at Imola? He's going to come through the last few turns now. He's really pushing. What is it going to be for the Red Bull car? He swings it into the last turn, uses all of that curve. Here he comes then. DRS wide open. What is it going to be? And he does improve, but it's third place.
Yeah, sick buzz for himself there. That seems to be it there, Paddy. I think somebody's just thrown it into the bin there. But yeah, that's pretty much where everyone's pretty much finished. That's Troye is your pole position winner.
Whoa, where did that come in? We missed it. Oh my God, Troye, I can't believe we missed it. Troye comes in with a 1:39. How has he done that?
No idea, but he snatches pole position in the dying seconds of qualifying from Cameron, who thought he was safe. He done a Kimi Räikkönen, he stayed in the pit lane, but unfortunately has lost. He is still starting on the first row though, so that's a decent enough qualifying with Robbie, your championship leader, in third, Alex in fourth, and Spidey. Fantastic stuff for a top 5 qualifying here.
Absolutely fantastic. Troye then snatches us at the end. He even caught us off guard. It was absolutely fantastic. That is your qualifying session then done and dusted with. And as you see there, Troye snatched at 1:13. The only driver in the 1:13s, Lemony.
Depending now, that is an unbelievable lap time. I don't know where he pulled that one out of. He must have been sitting on that one in the garage. I'm trying to get out of my mouth there. He's sitting in the garage waiting to pull that one out of the bag, knowing he has the pace. He's like, wait for this, boys.
It's absolutely fantastic. He's third in the championship, and yeah, he's keeping that fight alive. QRT Robbie, championship leader, down in third place. Cameron second, QC Alex fourth, Spiderman fifth, Bingram sixth, Wally seventh, Carney eighth, Albo ninth, and Clemeny Pheasant rounding off that top 10. There you go, qualifying done. That was very exciting. The thing is, with a short track, it's really hard to keep up with who's crossing where's what how. And Troye just snuck in underneath everyone, and we all thought it was done, and Troye comes and nicks it. That is fantastic. He's going to be sitting in his cockpit loving life right now.
Yeah, he absolutely smashed it. Fair play to him. Pole position winner this evening. But yeah, now it's all about the race though here, Paddy. It's looking like a sunny afternoon for these guys, which is good stuff for the strategists. It's not going to be any wet rain.
Oh,
hopefully.
You say that. Look at the clouds at the top. Could we see interchangeable conditions out there? It's looking cloudy in the distance. That would really spice it up. That's what we want as people watching it. A little bit of a drama in Imola, as we've seen in the real life Formula 1 as well. Imola in the wet does really bring a lot of good racing and drama, and that's what we want to see with 2 races to go, innit, Lem?
Yeah, exactly. Like these guys, these Prospects eRacing League do provide us with some fantastic racing. We say it time and time again, these guys are covered by hundreds, if not thousands of seconds in qualifying. They are inches, millimeters accurate through the corners when they're battling each other. It's fantastic to see, and I'm sure this evening is going to be just another fantastic show here for these guys.
Yeah, it really is. And like I said, guys, the Season 7 sign-up is now live. The link is in the chat. Just scroll up. And you can now sign up for Season 7. It doesn't matter what platform or how fast you are, as long as you can be a clean racer and want to improve, PRL will have you. But yeah, so get over to the website and sign up for Season 7. So, on the warm-up lap then, Lemony, Troye, is that his first pole of the year, Troye?
I'm trying to think. I don't have any notes in front of me, unfortunately, but I think he definitely first one for a good while. It's great to see the AlphaTauri driver up there. He's been thereabouts with the pace as well through the whole season. You know, he's always fighting, finding themselves in a bit of a scrap out there, and it's finally paid off here in qualifying. Can he pretty much convert that into a podium, if not the win here this evening? That's going to be the big question. Can anyone keep Robbie or Cameron behind?
Exactly. I just have a quick look actually, because this could be quite interesting. I want to go back onto the standings here, because the reason why, we'll just do it while they're warming up. That is, let's have a look at, that's the results. This is the drivers. So Troye is on 79. He can, if he gets a good win here, and Robbie has a bit of a mare, he can get the, oh, can he, 80? Oh no, he can, but Robbie's got a DNF, hasn't he? So, and Scotty's not racing today, so could Robbie clinch the title today? I think he could.
It all depends on their other results as well, Pat.
Oh yeah, because you can take off 2 of your, yeah, I get you. Yeah, that's, they can take off 2 of their worst results, can't they?
Yeah, exactly.
That does
like,
make it interesting, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, that's it. Like, it's brought in as well. Like, you know, life is life as well. You know, so it gives people a bit of an opportunity to be the family man and commit to this as well, which is always brilliant.
Can I watch Derek Peace now? Oh God, we're not going to go on that. Anyway, Lemony, sometimes you just got to ignore the chat. Anyway, Lemony, take it away then for Imola, round 9.
Yeah, the lights are on the gantry now, ladies and gentlemen. A bit of a long hold for these guys, but nobody gets a bad start. It's a good start from the front row. Troye consolidates his lead. It looks as if Robbie's up the inside as well. Cameron, though, trying to sweep around the outside for the race lead here. What can he do into the braking zone? He does! He brings it around the outside on a great race. What a great start. No, he's been tapped around. I can't believe it. It's an absolute disaster for the 2 guys, Paddy.
It's absolute carnage. Now remember, this top tier, there's no ghosting. This is real life racing. And oh my God, up until then, it was absolutely amazing. But the benefit from that, QRT Robbie comes out on top. Oh, that was crazy stuff.
Unbelievable stuff. We've seen Spidey getting spun around from the mid-pack as well in the background, but we've seen the leaders on the exit of the Tamburello chicane just getting caught up with each other. It looked as if somebody was on the ERS perhaps and somebody wasn't, and that was the end of it. They just got caught up with each other then as well. An absolute disaster. A mare of a start for the front row.
And took a look at the McLaren boys. Basil up 9 places, having a great battle. It's crazy to see. There's a hell of a gap here between 6th and 7th already on lap 1. QRT Robbie's dominating here.
Yeah, Robbie's not getting away scot-free with that. I think he might have seen them 2 boys having a bit of argy-bargy and just almost eased off on the throttle, let them sort it out and picked up the pieces. He has now inherited the race lead here with Alex in 2nd, Wally in 3rd, Bingham in 4th, and Total Carney is now in the top 5. It's after shaping up dramatically here, Pat.
Yeah, I mean, look at that, down 13 places. Troye is DNF'd. He's gone into the pits and DNF'd. That is his race over. That's such a shame. He must be absolutely fuming. Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, perhaps some side pod. Yeah, no, of course. So maybe perhaps some side pod damage or something. But from 0 to 0, it really can just go as quick as that, as we seen Perez even before. But not good for Troye. Our commiserations to himself here this evening from the commentary booth.
Well, Resport gets ahead of Berger. I think that's Berger's first race in Tier 1 as well. So congratulations to him making the cut. But yeah, no, let's see if we manage to get that replay, as it's kind of calmed down a little bit at the minute. So let's have a little look. No, it looks like we missed it.
We just missed it.
Sorry, guys. We just missed it.
Oh well, what are you meant to do? Still though, in fairness, it's a fantastic innovation you guys have brought to the stream here. Looking forward to seeing it get better and better as the more streams that come along, Pat. We're here for the long haul, aren't we, for these guys? Season 7, ladies and gentlemen. The registration is up, available at the moment. Check the description at the moment as well underneath, and also the website. Fantastic stuff. Do have a look. You can check out the constructors, the drivers championship, even the driver profiles and all. It's fantastic. Do get in touch if you do like what you see. There's always room for more drivers here. It's fantastic in the Prospects eRacing League.
Wally's absolutely binned it. Oh no, Wally! I think that's Wally out.
We have a VSC, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the end of it. Wally, another one of them, disqualified. Oh, this game.
The thing is, I think he must have had that incident, maybe chucked his controller on the floor, and that was it. He didn't DNF, but yeah, no way. 3 laps in, we've got 2 retirements, and a lot of drama already. A virtual safety car it is, not a full safety car.
Yeah, I think because he was just disqualified, kind of been into the wall there. Although Robbie is taking advantage of this one, but Alex continues on the soft. Ooh. So different tyre strategy is going to be coming into play here, just like the weekend as well, just like in real life, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys really start to pan out, especially with different tyre strategies here. Some are pitting, some are not. Don't know where it's going to end up here, Pat.
Well, interesting enough, Reese Boy and oh God, how do you pronounce that one? Soabits? They have, on the mediums, now up to 4th place. Yeah, so the medium boys are doing well. Total Carney has gone in for the hard, so he's going to go for a long stint. But yeah, absolute drama in this race for sure. Basil in 3rd place from starting at the back of the grid. And yeah, he's doing well, is Basil.
I tell you now, it's like the parting of the sea in front of him. Everyone just keeps going left, right and centre, and he just finds himself in 3rd position. I'm sure he's made a few great moves out there, don't get me wrong, but I tell you now, Mr. Opportunistic here, Basil, doing a fantastic race here this evening so far for the McLaren drivers.
Yeah, he is indeed, and I was, oh, hang on, what's going on? Spider-Man. Oh, Reese has binned it! Drivers are struggling out there today.
Oh, no. Oh, unsafe release there. Robbie nearly got taken out there, Pat.
Yeah, a lot of the drivers are struggling quite a bit. It's quite surprising out here. The Tier 1 drivers are normally absolutely on point. Imola is really testing the drivers here. Tier 1... are struggling at Imola. It's maybe the exhaustion for the league, the long season is getting to him. Imola very, very tough on the car, on the reflexes, on the concentration, and we have quite a few drivers making easy errors. Interesting.
An interesting point you make there, Pat, and it is a very valid one, as you say. If this is the start of the championship, people would have been buzzed for it, you know, happy days, let's go. But it has been a long and grueling championship for a lot of these drivers, you know, like for be what may out there. So although it is enjoyable, it can get, you know, you do start to feel it near the end of the season. You want to, oh, I can't wait to have a bit of a relax, and then 1 week in you want to go again. So yeah. It's always the vicious circle. But yeah, these guys must be feeling the tiredness for sure at some stage.
Yeah, definitely, especially if they're battling all week in, week out. They've got positions that they're fighting for, and now it's getting crunch time. People are starting to push a little bit more, maybe take stronger moves to, you know, and really overthink to fight that position. So this is where you get to see the maturity of the drivers as well, and it's normally the mature ones the ones that can keep the cool, keep their head, are the ones that normally come out top at the end of the season.
Yeah, and just to say that there, Basil has made his way past Clement, also down the front straight there. So Basil into 2nd, Clement into 3rd. Alex is still the race leader, but them guys will be feeling very tasty about themselves right now. They'll be happy days, just keep it on the island. Clement is looking like he might be losing the rear end a little bit here with the tyres. But apart from that, they're just in a good one right now. They just need to keep their head down, keep the consistency, and see where the race takes them, because there's plenty of time left. There could be safety cars, virtual safety cars. They could even get themselves caught up or catch up to someone and have a massive battle as well. So there's a lot to come here.
Exactly that, and just as we see there, Cameron then making his way up the field after, did he pit? I'm pretty sure he pitted after that incident with Troy A, and he's up to 6th place, which is not bad for him. Nice little recovery drive so far from the Ferrari driver.
Yeah, keeping it back in the island here. Oh, he didn't need a new front wing from the start of the race, as you say. They're getting caught up with Troy A out of the Tamburello chicane, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 1. it's one of them situations, and unfortunately Troye came the worst of that one, and Cameron had to come in for a new front wing. But yeah, it's all changed as well at the front here with virtual safety cars. Robbie has dropped out of the lead now into 8th position, although on a brand new set of mediums, and your top 5 have still yet to pit, with Shabitz the only one on a set of mediums.
Yeah, Clemeny then gets ahead of Basil on the straights, but Clemeny, Basil is sticking with him, both on the same age tyre. So this is battling for position here, and Basil's not having any of it. He wants that position back.
I don't think he will have any of it, but I think these guys are in one of them Pandora's boxes. If you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So they just need to try and lose as minimal time as possible with each other, work together almost, to try and keep that gap to 4th and to maybe close down Alex in the lead. But yeah, there's yellow flags still out there as well. I think Ricey boy's gone back around. But yeah, so like anything can happen as it is. It's somewhere else in this track.
Yeah, so it's a Mercedes driver going round. You see Basil there, take to the outside. The Red Bull goes a defensive, squeezes him round. They go side by side through the chicane. Great racecraft from both of them. And Clemeny just gets a little bit more traction from the exit there and gets back in front. Great defending from the Red Bull driver.
Well, it just goes to show how much I know, Paddy. I said they're going to try and work together, and as soon as they get to the next braking zone, they're like two piranhas after the same piece of fish. They just will not get off each other's throat here. So Basil and Clement having a monumental battle here for second. Who's going to come out on top here? They're literally taking it as if this is like a couple of laps to go, but it is vital for their race and their strategy to pass each other or pull away.
Well, you say that. If anything, I know they're different teams, but they're on a strategy of they didn't pit in the virtual safety cars, so this battling is only going to be hurting their tyres and bringing the rest of the field in behind them. So when is one of them going to go, hey, hang on, this could be a bit of a better to just stay behind, do a bit of tyre saving, make these tyres go a little bit longer, because the guys on that pitted on the virtual are going to be laughing and joking about this. They do not want to be battling right now. This is not going to be good for their tyre saving. But look at that, who am I to say anything? Basil takes the lead again, not the lead, takes ahead of Clemeny there. And these two, I have a funny feeling, are not going to care about their tyres at this stage.
No way, Pat. What do we know here in the commentary booth? These guys are really showing us that it doesn't matter what you think you know. It's what you know, and they know they want to go for this position at the moment, for these positions. So yeah, battle rages out there. Basil is now into second, but he needs to get that crucial 1 second gap to get out of that DRS zone. Otherwise, I fear for these guys. Clement is just going to blast down the front straight towards him again. Sector 1, Sector 3.
Yeah, Bingram is retired in the pits. He got it all wrong coming out the last corner. And now Bingram is retired. He had a great qualifying, but yeah, drivers are really struggling out there.
Massive. I thought there was going to be a safety car. Normally when they start blinking up like that in the top left, you know there's trouble to be had out there, but we got away for the moment. But yeah, Clement 9.4. He's a little bit out, but he's still in that DRS zone. What can he do down into the braking zone here? He is a little bit behind here. I don't know if it's going to be that powerful, Pat.
No, I don't think so. He's got no ARS left either. So he defended as much as he can, but I think, at this stage, if he could stay in that DRS zone, as you see, Robbie then gets ahead of Cameron. Cameron goes back into the pits. 9-lap-old softs. So he's the first one to jump, basically, that didn't pit under the virtual.
And he's just done himself in as well. He's got himself a handy 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So he'll be raging about that one, and so will his team. What are you meant to do, I suppose? But yeah, you just really do kick yourself in the shins for that one, Pat, at the end of it when you think about it.
To be honest, mate, I haven't got that coming up on me at the minute. So yeah, no, I don't have that on. For some reason. It came
up there.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. He's still in the pits.
There you go. It's there now, look. It's come up finally. A little bit delayed. The game is on its last legs before we get into the 22. But yeah, no, QRT Robbie is coming up through the field after he pitted under virtual. Will that strategy pay off? He's 1.4 seconds behind Spider-Man, who is, I think, yet to pit also.
Clement is 8 tenths behind. I don't know if he'll be close enough again, but he's getting within that window where a little bit extra slipstream might be enough for him. But again, I think Basil has just covered it off very nicely. So I'd say you need to be what? Within about 6 tenths of the car in front, 7 tenths to be having a chance into turn 1.
Well, Spider-Man has gone into the pit as well. He's not having any of it. He's another driver who is coming on the pits. Oh, Clemeny with a 3 second just goes a little bit wide on the exit. And he picks up his first penalty of the day.
Clement's pushing hard. Robbie here on the 6 lap all mediums. I don't know, he was on softs, was he? And then pitted to mediums. I don't know what, maybe he's going for a 2-stopper here this evening. But a bit of a strange strategy out there. He might be on the back foot here, Robbie, caught behind some traffic as well later on in the race.
Yeah, we see Basil there going a bit wide. I think these softs are really on the edge now. Now is Clemeny going to try an undercut? Who was?
Sabat's out of 4th position. Out of yeah. What he meant to do? Out of Aqua Minerale.
And he's lost his front wing as well. He was actually doing quite well there on those mediums. And it's just another driver that this track is really catching out for these boys.
It really is. It's that kind of a track though, as you say, you know, like it really, any lapse in concentration and that's it. You're not just hitting a wall, you're hitting it hard. There's no forgiveness in this track, I find. It's one of the old school ones as well. That's why we really love it, to be honest.
So Basil and Clemety go on the hard compound tyre. Interesting, both on the same strat. They're going to go to the end, and I feel that they're going to be continuing this battle all the way to the end here. Now, what is interesting, like you mentioned earlier, is that Robbie going to be 2-stopping and putting the softs on at the end as well. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that one as Total Carney inherits P4 with Basil and Clement just... Oh, what's happened? Basil! No! Basil's bottled it, Lemony.
Basil's bottled it, but Roycey Boy has also bottled it. He's brought out the safety car. Roycey Boy has crashed at the bottom of Aqua Minerale on the track map there, but that's an unfortunate end to himself there, as you say, and Basil into the gravel. He might have got away with that, Pat, just about on them hards, on them really new hards.
He really has got away with that because he's still in P6 and he can catch up to Clemeny with the safety car. So, wow, the gods have gifted him out there today, that is for sure. Very lucky boy.
Definitely, but I tell you who's licking his lips right now is Alex. He's coming in with a 16 seconds advantage to anyone else behind him, coming right back out on a set of brand spanking new mediums. And I think he's going to be inheriting this race lead with Robbie's coming into the pit lane as well to get a new set of tyres.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, sorry. I'm just agreeing.
Yeah, no, they're just going to be going to the end here, I think, Paddy. Everyone's going to be sorting themselves out, but really throwing it amongst them here at the moment.
QC Alex then come out, has gone on the mediums. Robbie on the hards. Clemeny's come back in to go on the hards. Berger's come back in. So yeah, everyone's pitted again and they've gone, bugger it, we're going on the hards again. So yeah, fair enough. QC Alex is the odd one out here. He's decided to go on the mediums. Interesting. Could that be a mistake from Alex there, Lemony?
Oh, well, it's 13 laps out of 32. Nearly half distance by the time the safety car comes in. He might be just throwing it to the wind, I suppose. Give it a shot.
17 laps he'll have to do on those mediums. It probably can be done, but they're going to be screaming at him at the end. We may see another safety car come on the softs. Might get away with it. But, you know, to be fair, he is in first place. He has the run of the grid right now.
Sometimes it's even worth it just to... I like when you're in the front and you get to bring them back to green. Even though you might be on the best set of tyres, it's like, yeah, power trip moment. Because I never get in the lead anyway, so, you know what I mean? Might as well have it for that. But Alex, now fair play to him on their mediums. I think he will try and bring them to the end. Clement and Basil going to be trying to bring their hards, obviously, to the end. Wait for these mediums to start to give up the ghost. Maybe fall off that famous cliff we always hear with these guys. Maybe get that puncture about 70 to 80%. Tyre wear. It is a non-grip surface out there, so there's a lot of things to worry about out there, these hard tyres. We've seen Basil spin already on them. Don't know, Pat. It's a lot. Anyone can really win this race still. Cameron's in 11th. He's a fast driver. We know that from previous stuff. Chappers doing a fantastic job in the Prospects eRacing League Tier 1 after his debut a couple of races ago. Guthrie in 12th down there with the Aston Martin. He'll be catching up to the back of the grid now, trying to get himself an advantage on the restart. And then a few other cars like Albo there coming in for a fresh set of hards as well on them in the McLaren. So yeah, or XG Berger in 6th position on them hards in the Alfa Romeo, doing a fantastic job out there behind one of the vets, Spidey. So he'll be learning some things out there, although to be fair, he would tell me to go. He doesn't need to learn anything. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's in with the big leagues now, so that's what I get. So interesting to see quite a mix of grid, everyone on same lap old tires thereabouts, not much of a difference. So yeah, going to be interesting restart, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, just a quick mention though on Basil, started at the back of the grid and now in 3rd place on the hard, so he can go to the end. So what a drive so far from the McLaren driver. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Basil's doing an absolute smashing job out there, as you say, from the back of the grid all the excuse me, from the back of the grid all the way into 3rd position right now, legitimately as well up there with the strategy. He could go for this win if Alex has any kind of an issue out there. Clement and Basil will be right on top of him here at the restart.
Definitely so. He's going to have the faster tyre, but it's how long those mediums will last and how long he's got to pull away, but he's got to look after the tyres at the same time. He is mixed the strategy up. What is Clemeny looking at now? He's looking at the rear of the Red Bull.
Oh man, they called that so late. What is that? The poor drivers at the front.
Oh,
and there's a minimum speed limit apparently these days. What are they meant to do? He's gone out. He's got Clement Pheasant who's been caught rapid here with Basil in 3rd position, having a good restart as well, with Robbie right behind them. I tell you now, they're side by side down the front straight here between Robbie and Basil. Great stuff from Robbie. They're side by side behind as well, but Robbie's in the 3rd position. Berger's still in 6th to Carney and co. Side by side through the exit with Shabbat. So yeah, it's kicking off here, Pat.
It is. I'm trying to catch as much action. We got the side by side for Spider-Man, and yeah, he gets ahead of Basil. Then Basil down to 5th place. Albo gets himself up into 11th, and Cameron gets himself up to 8th as well. Robbie is really going for the start of this restart.
Yeah, I can't believe it. The gloves are off here between all the drivers. Clement is right on the... Sorry, Robbie's right on the back of Clement, all over him. Through the back here, is he going to dive it out the inside? No, he thinks better over. That is not a passing over opportunity. But he needs to get by here because you can see Alex starting to pull away in the lead here as the rest of the guys start to funnel themselves through Variante Alta shortly. But yeah, really kicked off here to start this race. It's lap 15 of 32. We're only halfway through this, Paddy.
I know, and I tell you what a bit of a team game going on here. If Clemeny is doing this for the team, he's doing a great job at it, but he could be under pressure here on this straight. But with him doing what he's done, is give Alex a little bit of breathing space to get on ahead here. But I think he's going to be a sitting duck from the Williams driver of Robbie as he goes defensive and does the Red Bull driver, and he's going to go so. Oh, Robbie, you didn't leave enough space.
What's the story? No, not really. Clement doesn't come back across the track. Fair play to him. He loops it around and rejoins. But yeah, that was Dodge Central. Unfortunately, Robbie just turned in too much on him. He didn't give him enough room on the inside, as you say, Pat. And that was the end of it.
Yeah, I think, yeah, up until then it was great racing there. But Robbie just timed his turning in a little bit wrong, I would say. But yeah, no, it's one of those things. I think that one will be settled in the stewards' room. Not for us commentators to have opinions. No, not for sure. No.
No way, Jose. What do we know, here, Paddy?
Exactly.
We've been calling it wrong all race.
Anyway.
We've been calling it wrong all race. The strategy calls wrong, everything wrong. So yeah, what do we know?
Albo then, 8th place. On the back, and a little bit of a train right now. He's on the medium compound tyre as well as the Mercedes driver in front. DRS will be enabled this lap, as you see there, as Robbie goes fastest lap with a 1:17.096.
Okay, with that slipstream, don't forget as well with that manoeuvre earlier on in the lap, both Carney and Roge. Berger side by side, no, not quite, but Carney made the move stick. Fantastic stuff Yeah, great stuff from themselves there, battling out with Albo as well. I tell you, Berger getting a great bit of driving experience here at the moment.
He really is. He's very new to the season, and his first race was, I believe, last week in Tier 2. So to be battling it out here with the Tier 1 boys, he's doing a great job. Very consistent out there for him at the minute. He's just been overtaken by Albo. But these are seasoned Tier 1 drivers, and like you just said, great respect and a great lesson out there for Berger at the minute. But he is holding his own.
Yeah, I do. He is definitely holding his own, and I will say as well, like down the straight, letting someone boy almost there with Albo. I think he's keeping his nose clean, not trying to affect these guys too much, who might be in championship battles, which is great to see as well. Great sportsmanship, and he does have the pace. He's definitely keeping up with these guys. Going to be a sure contender next year.
Just right on board with Cameron. It goes off the track, misses his braking zone and gets himself a 3-second. But on not only that, he's racing it out there with no helmet. So I'm wondering if he's going to get the orange and black flag.
Do the AlphaTauri and just throw some tape over him.
Yeah, just put some tape over the ears. Pin the ears back, he'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly. Spidey going to be coming under increasing pressure here now from Basil and Cameron in tow here for third, fourth and fifth position. Oh, no way! Cameron launching it down the inside. Basil sees him at the last second. Leaves him enough room, but they are still status quo. Chutosa into Piratella here. I tell you, Cameron really is itching here. You can trying to get anything, any kind of a gap here.
Well, he needs to take advantage of those mediums while they're in their prime, and getting stuck by someone who's on the hards is not an ideal way to go for his strategy, as you know, he's only got a limited time there and limited laps from when those mediums will start going off. We see QRT Robbie picking up a 3-second. That could be crucial towards the end of the race.
Yeah, it's definitely going to come in somewhere along the line, especially if there's a late safety car. But Cameron's going to get a double tow here. Basil trying his utmost hardest to get close to Spidey. He nearly ran into the back of him. Basil has a really bad run here. Cameron doesn't quite know what to do. He's pulled out the slipstream already, and he's got a DRS, and he's around the outside. Great stuff, and he's going to get Spidey here too. Yes, he is. But Basil is trying to fight back down the inside perhaps, and he gets Spidey as well. No, he doesn't. Spidey keeps it in around the outside through the chicane. So that's it. Basil, absolute disaster for himself. But yeah, Cameron, a twofer down the straight there. Great stuff.
Yeah, great little move there from Cameron. Now he can really push on them on those medium compound tyres. Up to third now, but he does have penalties. Now then, let's take a look at that replay against Robbie and... oh, who was it? Robbie and Clement, was it? Let's have a look. So here we go then down the straight. Clement Pheasant goes defensive. Robbie round the outside there, goes late on the brakes, and he just taps the front end there. And Clement is not going to be happy with that one, that's for sure.
No, especially you're on board with Robbie. You can definitely see he's turned in. There's not enough car at that There's not enough room for a car at that apex at that speed. But anyway, as you say, what do we know? It's up for the stewards, but I tell you, it definitely looked a bit dodgy to me. And I'm the one in the commentary booth.
So Cameron then on a charge then after getting rid of those two. 169, fastest lap at the minute. And we're now starting to get a bit of a DRS train as the Mercedes driver of Total Carney is caught up to the other McLaren, as well as Albo. So this could get spicy indeed with 12 laps to go.
Oh, sorry, Carney was wide there. Albo was thinking about it into the Venus chicane, but you try to move into there, there's only one way that's going to end, and that's in a disaster and a pile up in the wall between the two cars. So we backed out of it wisely as he does there. But as you say, Pat, this grid is really starting to really compact themselves again, like an accordion towards the front of this, mid-pack here from third position all the way back now to seventh. It's pretty much a DRS train. Thereabouts, and it's lap 20 of 32, so we still have another 12 laps on this bad boy here.
Yeah, and I'm starting to think that the guys that have gone on the hard have got this right. It's a shame for Clement now down down in 11th, but he still has an opportunity to get points out there today. But now Robbie on the hard compound tyre is catching QC Alex then, only 1.8 seconds behind him at the minute, and there will be a point where those mediums will be a lot slower. So to keep an eye on Basil coming back at Spider-Man, coming back at Thing as we go here. Almost looks like we're going free abreast then, and Albo almost goes on the inside of his teammate, but backs out of that one. But yeah, Albo gets ahead of Towakani. Towakani's trying to fight it back here, but he has to go single file, almost goes into the rear diffuser, but goes through the chicane nicely, and it's single file through here. Who's going to get the best exit? And yeah, well done for Albo then, getting up into 6th place. Now then, what do the McLarens do here? Because Albo's going to be a little bit quicker on those mediums at the minute.
Just race it, you can't really call Anton at this stage. Albo's going to get the DRS, so it's going to kind of sort themselves out more than anything else, unless Basil can really close up the Spidey now. Wasn't Basil behind Spidey though? Did I miss something, or have I just forgotten what happened?
I tell you what, there must have been a little bit of a mistake from Robbie. He's now 2.5 seconds adrift of QC. Did he have a little bit of a mistake there in the Williams car? He was 1.8, now 2.4.
Yeah, them hards don't really be doing much, although Alex does have great pace on them mediums, but they should be falling off near the end of the race there with about 5 or 6 laps to go perhaps, as we see Albo trying to get towards Basil down the front straight here with Kearney in tow, but they don't quite make it, so they've kind of settled themselves out here, Pat.
Yeah, Gulfy going to make a move. He's going to make a dive. No, he's not. He thinks better of it. And this is the Aston Martin driver in 9th place, looking to get ahead of Sobitz. He had a little look there, but thought better of it.
Tasty battles out there now, I have to say. These guys providing some fantastic entertainment out there here this evening. There's Prospect eRacing League. Don't forget to check the website out, ladies and gentlemen. It is great stuff out there, and you can see all these guys with their profiles as well. Alex, Robbie, Cameron, Spidey, Basil, the whole shebang. So yeah, do get in contact, do have a look it up, and give this video a like as well.
Definitely, yeah. So sign up for Season 7 is now live. If you can get one of the admins to put the link in the chat, get yourself signed up for Season 7. It doesn't matter what platform or how fast you are, we can accommodate. Also, all the leads get shown on ESTV as well. So not a bad little perk there. This could be the moment then that the McLaren drivers swap places as Albo in the DRS then, and then it's a nice easy take in the end.
Yeah, teammates working together there, it's what you like to see. As we said there, wait till the start finish straight and you should be able to get by, no bother. And they've kind of settled themselves out now to a bit of a rhythm with the rest of the field here. Berger's just been passed by Clement as well at the back of the field.
And surprisingly, Total Carney splits the McLarens, not in an overtaking point, but gets the job done.
How did he do that?
I don't know. It was not an overtaking point, but he managed to get himself through. So, nice little cheeky move there from the Mercedes driver.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Fair play to Carney. Licking his lips there. Basil will be looking over his shoulder thinking, what happened? Where did he come from? So Carney's still going to be battling after Albo now. What a disaster for McLaren. They tried to do the switcheroo and they let the competitor by too.
And this is actually what the problem was on Sunday in real life. You know, with the Alpines not wanting to let Leclerc through. It's like, no, you will stay position because we're worried about another car just flying through. And I think that's what just happened there with the Mercedes driver. A little bit of a sneaky move, but it worked well for him.
You have to take them as they come in this league and in motor racing in general, and he perhaps made it work there as well to his advantage. But great stuff as he's closing on Albo down the straight there. Albo must be doing some serious harvesting because he lost nearly a second down the straight with the DRS and the ERS deployment from Total Kearney.
Yeah, so 10 lap holds now, these mediums, and yeah, so QRT Robbie has then closed the gap again to 1.7, so he is gaining here. But this is the battle at the minute for these guys, and they're yet to have any penalties, so they're doing quite good out there.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. That'll come back to pay them dividends if there's a late safety car as well. So all about them time management as well out there, especially if you have them 5 seconds or 3 seconds. As Robbie gets a 3 seconds.
That's a second
another
one. That's 6 seconds for Robbie then. That's not ideal, but look at the guy out in front. QC Alex then in the Red Bull on the mediums. I think he can afford now to maybe tyre save. He's doing a great job out there.
Here's one for you. So Robbie had dropped back by 2.5 seconds a few laps ago, right? And Cameron was what, about 3.5 seconds when he made the move for third position. And now look how close they are. Robbie's 1.3 behind Alex, and Cameron is well and truly in that DRS zone with 25 on the 32 laps on this clock here. This is going to be a tasty battle for this race lead coming up shortly.
Total Carney then gets ahead of the other McLaren there. Sorry, we missed that one. I was just checking to see the position changing. Basil into 7th place, but you know, Cameron and Robbie have got 6 seconds of penalties, and well, behind them it's split between like 3 seconds, so they could go all the way down to like 9th or 10th, these guys that are running in 2nd and 3rd right now. So it does pay to keep yourself clean. And see, QRT Robbie gets it all wrong on the hards, and Cameron almost takes full advantage of that.
Yeah, big battle here for 2nd and 3rd position. As you say though as well, if they can only gain an extra second on the field, that will be a legit 2nd and 3rd for them. So they need to almost work together, try not to lose too much time. This is going to be a slam dunk one now within 3/10 of Robbie through the last corner here down the main straight, and Cameron's going to be going off after Alex now. As we always know, Paddy, it's always nice to win it on the track, and if you lose it under penalties, well then hey ho. But you know, it's all about the bragging rights as well at the end of the day.
Exactly that. And the thing is, QC Alex, if he's kept an eye on what's gone on, he'll know that Cameron will have a 6-second penalty. So, you know, would it be worth him fighting it? Like you say, I know he likes racing. You know, you want to get it on track, but you know, these mediums could go off to the point where you know it's hard to keep it on track. So, QC is a very mature driver. I expect him to be in a tyre saving mode right now and really nurse these tyres home.
Yeah, well, I don't know, he might try and push it here. That's something actually he needs to be aware of, not to bin it. He does have that definite time advantage over these guys. He's got fairly good pace as well. So it's his to lose here at the moment, and he's in the lead. So, yeah, just play it smart.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is what I would love to see introduced to the F122, is a little bit of a feature where we can have a look at the percentage on the tyres. It would really have an eye-opener, wouldn't it, of what these drivers are going through at the time of the stint they're on. At 1:16 then, from Cameron, is the fastest lap so far. Well, yeah, not a bad lap there. They're quite old mediums, and he's got fastest lap, so he's really pushing out there.
Well, definitely, they all are pushing at the moment here, but I think Robbie's hard tyres might just be starting to come into fruition now. But I'll give you an estimation here from my AWS tyre graphic averages. Alex's front left is on 90% and Cameron's is on 20%, even though they're on the same lap old tyres. So that's my AWS tyre average for the two drivers.
There you go. We tried our best, guys. We tried our best. Keep an eye on Spider-Man.
Cameron nearly dropped it.
Basil gets another 3 seconds. So, yeah, not so good. But keep an eye on Spider-Man, the Haas car. 6 seconds adrift at the minute. With QRT Robbie with 6 seconds and Cameron with 6. He's got to push now. He's got to push because if he keeps that, he could get 2nd place here. Could Spider-Man? At the minute, he's sitting at 4th.
Yeah, he definitely could if he keeps his head down. Although to be fair, he's going to be trying to pray if these guys need to start battling each other really, to start losing each other time. Otherwise, Spidey might be fighting an uphill battle here.
We see the Haas car of Sobitz then gets ahead. Oh, what's going on here then? Carney gets ahead of Albo again. We see position swaps. Basil is battling it out, but he's now down in 10th place. Currently Pheasant gets ahead of him, but will he fight it back into braking? No, he won't. Goofy is up to 8th, but he looks like he's struggling on those mediums right now. It's all going on out there.
I'll having a mare of a time. Who's going to be though, Paddy? Who's going to be the winner here? Is Robbie? Are they going to throw it away here? Alex going to throw it away? Or
I think QC he's a very mature driver. He is up there in the stand. He has had some bad luck as QC Alex, but he's a very well-rounded driver, and I think he's got this one covered today. And he knows the score. He knows that Imola is all about keeping away from that penalties, and he's kept his cool out there. He's managing the gap, and his main issue is not the guys that are behind him. Is Spider-Man is his main issue. He can afford to let the boys go with 6 seconds and manage his tyres. I mean, I know he's going to want it to get on track, but he will have it, and I think he's mature enough to know that. But yeah, no, he's doing all right, this QC, and I think he's got it in the bag. It just depends his maturity when it comes to these guys catching him and maybe fighting him. That's what it comes down to.
That is the thing. He is dropping back in towards these two guys battling as well. The gap is barely a second now. So I think he is going to fall back into their clutches with a few laps to go. And I think he just needs to keep his nose clean, as you say there, Pat. He is smart enough. So we'll see how it goes. But as well, look at these two guys, it may be passing him. If they have something happen to them, he could get collected. So it's still all to play for. Although, as you say, Alex, he's looking over his shoulder right now, starting to hear little bits wrong with the car perhaps, starting to feel the bit of pressure, the sweat in the palms, and this is really an important time for him to keep the car on the track and to keep it in the straight line.
I tell you what though, with 3 laps to go, if he keeps it out with the DRS, which I think he's doing here, I think Cameron had a bit of a mistake, but look, 1.1, so another lap then with no DRS for Cameron, which is crucial. But you could tell that they're really struggling out there, and anything can happen in these last couple of laps.
Cameron has no more ERS, and either does Robbie. So these guys have really pushed each other to the very limit. It's just DRS for Robbie, and he still can't make a move into the braking zone. Cameron is right behind, but as well, like, Alex doesn't have much ERS either. They pushed each other to the very bare minimum. I wonder if there's any fuel left in these cars. Oh, Robbie's super wide. He nearly lost it. Great catch, but he's lost a second to Cameron.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's a crucial time now, and that we didn't mention all race, but there has been a safety car, so I don't think there might be an issue with fuel right now. But look, QC Alex is just keeping his head. He's driving like Max Verstappen did at the weekend. He knows the pressure is there, but it doesn't look like it's bothering him at all.
No, not at all. Although Cameron's into the DRS zone at the moment here. There's a massive battle here going on between Spidey, Carney and Albo as well here for 4th, 5th and 6th. But the main one is for the lead at the moment. And yeah, 7 tenths between them here, Pat. He might be challenging into the braking zone between 6 tenths now. Definitely going to be thinking about it for sure. If he has any ERS, they're both going to be draining it down the straight here.
And crucially, Robbie has dropped out of the DRS zone there, 1.2 seconds. But here he comes then. Is he going to try and make a move? QC Alex's red light is flashing. There's no ERS left and just not quite close enough. A little bit like Leclerc and Max on the weekend. Just not quite there.
Yeah, just about. But no cigar. Same with Spidey, Carney and Albo. Spidey still in 4th, Carney 5th and Albo in 6th. But yeah, Cameron trying to figure out, it's the penultimate lap, ladies and gentlemen, in this Grand Prix. It's been a fantastic one. It's been great to have you along with us here for the crescendo of this race. Can Cameron make a move here, or can Alex keep him at bay? It is Alex's race to lose here, Pat, as you say, but it's all for the bragging rights.
Yeah, we just see Basil then get himself up into 8th place ahead of Clementi, but expect Clementi to try and fight back. QRT gets another penalty. Now that is crucial. Can Spider-Man get within 9 seconds, or could Total Carney on the last lap would get within 9 seconds and take away that podium position? Robbie with 9 seconds. That's incredible.
Here we go. Cameron in 2nd position. He's within 5 tenths of the race leader here. This might be a bit of a slam dunk. Coming on to the last lap now, ladies and gentlemen. Alex is your race leader, but Cameron is in 2nd with the DRS. Can he make the move into the braking zone? Alex does not defend. He's using his brains here. Cameron makes the move into the lead, but Alex is the de facto still race leader with the penalties. Great stuff.
And then Total Carney then does get ahead of Spider-Man, and he has got 1 lap then to try and get 1/10 on QRT Robbie here, and he will get that podium as Robbie has 9 seconds of penalties, and he's already right nearly there. He's just got to absolutely nail this last lap, and Total Carney could find himself on a podium here.
I'm literally looking at that go from 1/10 to 900s to 1/10 to 900s to 2/10 now. It's like, can Carney make it? I don't quite know. Cameron gets a penalty, another penalty there as well, so that's not good for himself. But can Carney get fourth?
Carney's definitely got fourth, but he's got a look, 8.9. Can he do it? Total Carney as FRT comes across the last few corners here. It's right on the edge for Total Carney, who's going to clinch maybe, but FRT Cameron takes the win here. QC Alex is going to jump in for the win. Who is going to get that last position?
Is
it going to be Total Carney? He's literally so close. Total Carney does it by 0.066 seconds. What a drive from the Mercedes driver to get that podium. Fantastic. Wow.
The podium position, Paddy, and ladies and gentlemen, settles by hundredths and thousandths of a second. That is what we have come to expect from these guys. The Prospects eRacing League. What a great win from Alex.
Wow.
But great stuff from the rest of them.
Wow, that is fantastic. QC Alex then is your race winner. Kept it clean and used his maturity to get that win. And what a race from QC Alex. He's got to be, for me, driver of the day. Keeping it clean, out in front, held the pressure, like Verstappen did at the weekend. So for me, it's got to be our race winner this week of driver of the day, QC Alex.
Yeah, Alex definitely deserves it there, but I'm going to throw mine out to Spidey here this evening, a solid 5th position. Been coming under increasing pressure towards the end. He couldn't quite keep Carney behind, but he got himself a fantastic result and a great haul of points nonetheless. Great stuff from Spidey this evening.
So the computer...
Well, Basil, sure we do.
Yeah, Basil does get driver of the day, but... It looked good at one point for Basil, didn't it? And then it kind of dropped off for him a little bit. But no, 16th on the grid and gets himself 9th. Not bad for Basil in the points. Fastest lap goes to Cameron, 1:16.8. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 Canadians on the podium. Look at that. That's unusual, considering we had the Canadian Grand Prix yesterday.
Yeah. So I hear it's fantastic.
QC Alex, sorry, mate. QC Alex gets the win. Cameron 2nd. And Carney, right at the end, clinches that last podium position. Our championship leader extends that lead out in front. Only P4 for him with the penalties. Spider-Man, Lemonese driver of the day 5th. Albo 6th. Zobitz in 7th. Goofy in 8th. Basil 9th. Calamity Pheasant 10th. Berger in 11th. Chappers 12th. Reese in 13th. Bingram 14th. Troye, really unfortunate for him, 15th. And Wally in 16th. There you go, guys. That is your results for round 9 at the Imola Grand Prix. It's Esports Prospects Tier 1. And what a race that was. Yeah,
it was great. Great race altogether from these guys. As we come to expect, as we say before, and I'll say it again, we have come to see hundreds and thousands really settle pole positions, race wins, podium positions and fastest laps here. So it's great stuff, great competitiveness between the guys out there.
Absolutely.
And it was so close at the end there, Pat. The first 3 drivers without penalties were all within a couple of seconds of each other.
It really was. Right, without further ado, let's get ourselves over to the podium interviews and interview our podium sitters. Let's get over there, Lemony. Well, what a race that was. Today we have our podium sitters here. Now, what a race. We will start off with Total Carney, who just clinches the last podium by 0.066. How do you feel about that, Total Carney?
Well, honestly, didn't win it on track, but penalties, so I'll take it.
It was an absolute fantastic race for you, buddy. Up 5 positions from the start. And we were all in the commentary room clinching ourselves. You were right on the edge. You were either in the 9 seconds or out of it. And you just got it towards the end. You must be really thrilled with that podium.
Yeah, I had to dump the ERS on the last lap. I'm not sure how much the guy in front of me had, but just enough. 600th.
Absolutely brilliant stuff, Dan. And well done for your podium win at third place. Lemony, do you want to talk to our race winner?
Alex, what a fantastic Grand Prix. Congratulations. How does it feel?
Feels great, feels great. My goal was to keep it clean because I knew that Robbie and Cameron were a little bit quicker. And I tried to win it on track, but could not do it.
Well, in fairness, you touched on it there as well. You came under some really big pressure from the two drivers behind. How did you find the last few laps knowing you had a penalty advantage on them?
So stressful, but no, not stressful, but you know, it was like so stressful to not make a mistake and keep it clean. I think I only had one warning, so yes, I'm pretty pleased with the race.
Well, QC Alex, mate, you were my driver of the day. You held the pressure like Max Verstappen did at the weekend, but you knew it was there. You kept it mature head on, and you have got my driver of the day. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is your race winner, QC Alex, and what a race he had, and what a race and what a showing we had all together. That concludes our stream today. Tomorrow will be the Tier 2 going at Imola with, I believe, is it Just Gaming and Artistic doing the commentary for them. So if you do like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we will see you again tomorrow. Next week, though, it'll be round 10, Monday, Tier 1, in all to play for the championship. Thank you very much. I am Paddy Pat.
And I'm Lemony Tang, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have you. Great to be here as always. Love yous and leave yous.
Cheers and go on.